Budget phone na pag-uusapan natin today, and this is not just any budget phone, but rather it's a budget 5G phone. Hawak ko right now is a Redmi 15 5G, and magugulat kayo guys, so this phone went as low as 6,000 something ng 11/11 sale, kaya nakabili ako and isi-share ko sa inyo right now ang experience ko dito sa phone na ito. Tara, samahan niyo ako. Na makita natin, very simple box na meron ni Redmi. Makita natin red ang print na dito and white all around. May mga ilang specs na nakasulat dito sa gilid. Tara, buksan natin. Boop. Redmi. May SIM ejector tool, user guide and warranty card. Good. Jelly. Ito na yung phone. And to complete everything, meron siyang charging cable na A to C and meron siyang 33 watts na fast charging brick. Not bad. Makita mo yung basic spec sheet na dito? Tara, kunin na natin. Uy! Meron siyang kamukha. Parang kamukha ng mga Samsung na phone. Pansin nyo. And itong Redmi 15 na may 4 gigs of RAM and 120 gigs of storage, currently, it's being priced at 7,999. And nung 11/11 sale, if tama ang nakita ko, it went as low as 6,800 pesos, which I'll post the link on the description box below or just simply click yung YouTube shopping link dyan para makita nyo ang official price nitong phone na ito. Huwag na kayo paligoy-ligoy. Dami ng scammer ngayon. Makamura ka ng 200 pesos, mapapamura ka, baka someone dumating sa'yo. Just a quick word of precaution. Now, pagdating sa kanyang design, it looks really nice. Honestly, hindi mo pagkakamalan, this is a budget phone. Yung kanyang itsura looks very familiar, looks like a Samsung na design, and yung kanyang likod feels really good. Hindi mo akalain na talagang budget phone nga siya sa kanyang feels. Hawak ko dito is a Titan Gray, pero pag nailawan, medyo may kunting pagka-goldish kunti, para may stardust siya ng gold pag tinignan mo. And pag hinawakan mo siya, hindi siya cheap plastic feel. That's what's important sa akin. Pag tinanggal mo kanyang SIM slot, hybrid siya. Either you go for dalawang 5G na nano SIM or isang micro SD plus isang 5G SIM. Honestly, I was hoping na meron pa siyang audio jack. Pero well, tinanggal na nila. Pero may IR pa rin siya dito sa ibabaw. Now, pagdating sa screen, okay naman siya. IPS LCD, except that medyo makapal lang kanyang baba. And ang kanyang screen is being protected by the Corning Gorilla Glass 3, plastic frames, and plastic back. And meron nga pala siyang IP64 dust and water resistance. On day-to-day usage, okay naman to phone na ito. Except na siguro mabibiting ka kunti sa kanyang 4 gigs of RAM, lalo kung medyo marami kang apps na nakabukas. So I would suggest na i-turn on mo lang yung kanyang virtual RAM para medyo mas papabilis-bilis kunti pag nag-multitask ka dito. Now, pagdating sa kanyang processor, this is being powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 6S Gen 3. Honestly, on a day-to-day task, kung hindi ka naman heavy user, pwedeng-pwede na si 6S Gen 3. And nakakuha tayo ng almost 600,000 points dito sa Antutu benchmark. And kung gusto mo makita ibang benchmark, ito na, para sa inyo. Now, honestly, isa sa pinaka-winning feature dito sa phone na ito is yung kanyang battery size at 7,000 mAh. It's almost like a power bank level na ang kanyang battery size. Imagine mo, 7,000, no? It can be charged using a 33 watts na charging brick and pwede siya maging power bank din. Pwede siya magbigay ng 18 watts na reverse wired charging. Everyday usage, I would say na okay siya. Halos 3 araw kaya na itagal on my daily usage as one of my backup devices, no, to phone na ito. Tamang gamit lang, hindi ka babad sa gaming, hindi ka babad sa video conferencing, hindi ka rin babad sa taking videos all day long. 3 araw, mani-mani. And in fact, guys, 27 hours na screen on time ang nakuha ko dito. Sobrang paldo. Now, kung gusto niyo makita ang complete spec sheet ng Redmi 15, here you go. Now, pagdating sa screen nito, medyo malaki ang kanyang screen size as 6.9 inch. Pansin ko medyo mas tumangkad siya ng konti as compared sa Redmi 14. Pansin ko nga lang din, malaki rin ang kanyang bezel ng kanyang baba. Surprisingly, meron siyang 144Hz na screen refresh rate, which is for me kinda useless kasi hindi naman support ng most games dito. Or, I mean, yung kanyang GPU. Lumalabas parang naging bragging rights na lang si 144Hz dito, na parang feel ko almost unusable. Viewing experience dito, wala akong naging problema sa kanya. Yung nga lang, hindi lang siya umabot talaga ng 144Hz based sa aking check dito sa phone na ito. Though it's nice to have, pero hindi naman support ng kanyang graphics card. So, might as well sulatin mo na lang 120. 120 gumagana siya sa kanyang home screen. And kung nagbabrowse ka naman dito on social media, wala ka naman maging problema dito. Smooth na smooth naman siya. Basta you have a good internet connection, be it mobile data or naka-Wi-Fi ka, you'll definitely get a good browsing experience dito. And honestly, masasabi ko sa inyo, pretty solid na siya at its price point. Napansin ko dito sa phone nito, wala siyang speaker dito sa ibabaw. And chinek ko rin, wala rin siyang sounds coming off from yung kanyang earpiece, no? Pero one thing that's present dito is pwede mo i-kick up to 200% ang kanyang maximum volume, which itatry natin right now. Well, honestly, average lang. Hindi malakas ang kanyang loudspeaker for me. And medyo magko-compromise nga lang konti when you're playing games. Now, speaking of playing games, naglaro akong dalawang title dito, Call of Duty Mobile and si Honor of Kings. Okay siya, smooth naman ang graphics, no? And honestly, there are some minor frame drops talaga mafe-feel mo along the way dahil si 6S Gen 3, hindi naman siya talagang build much for gaming. Pero kaya naman niya mag-handle games like ML, PUBG, Call of Duty Mobile, and yeah, ito nga si Honor of Kings. Pagdating ng Honor of Kings, it went as hot as 42 degrees Celsius. Call of Duty Mobile, pinakamainit na inabot ko is 44 degrees Celsius. Quickly, pag-usapan na natin kanyang camera. Meron siya 50MP na main camera sensor, which can shoot you up to 1080 and 30. Ang kanyang front cam is 8MP, can shoot you also up to 1080 and 30. Now, quickly, silipin natin some shots na nakuha natin from the Redmi 15, and some outdoor shots is looking just okay. Yung kanyang color is more of the natural color. Wala kang mapapansin na saturation dito sa kanya, and most of the time, okay naman siya mag-focus. Mabilis ko naman makapture mga photos na ito, and honestly, yung kanyang color no, is a little bit pale kasi of course, don't expect too much from its camera. Pero overall, there are times that it can still take some really excellent photo just like this one, which yung mga alambre na dito, no? Kitang-kita mo yung mga details. Pretty not bad. And honestly, for me, overall, tong kanang camera is not bad for outdoor. Was able to take me some really nice solid na snaps. And lalo na mga flower, no, okay na okay naman dito. Now, if you go indoor, trying to take some mga food shot, okay naman siya. There are times that you can really get some good snap. Basta yung mga lighting mo is pretty nice. Kayang-kaya naman niya. And focusing on some subject, hindi naman siya nagsasaturate yung mga colors niya, just more of the natural tone. And if you are trying to use yung ganyan zoom up to 2 times, kayang-kaya naman niya. And you can read almost all of the text naman sa menu board. Now, they try to take some further mga food shot, okay naman siya. I was quite surprised naman dito sa mga food nito na, uy, not so bad yung kanang camera. Kaya medyo low light dito sa resto, I was still able to get some nice decent snap ng mga pagkain. Now, another surprising factor is kind of front-facing camera. Honestly, I was quite blown away dito sa kind of details. I wasn't expecting na this one can get me some nice snap like this one on outdoors. And pagdating na sa indoor, no, expect mo naman na medyo magiging soft siya as expected naman. Pero overall, medyo maganda pa din kind of quality. Kaya medyo naging soft na ang details. This is a sample video na kuha natin from the front camera. So guys, ito yung quality ng Redmi 15 if you're shooting using 1080p and 30fps na video resolution. And medyo shaky and a little bit grainy ang pinapansin ko. Pero overall, not bad for its price. Ito naman sa rear one. And ito naman ang video quality na makukuha mo from the Redmi 15, also at 1080p and 30fps, just using my bare hand. Hindi siya masyadong maalog to my surprise. So, kaya guys, anong tingin na dito? Now, chinek ko rin kanyang 5G dito, Globe Smart dito, wala kang maging problema dito pagsagap ng signal. It is definitely 5G ready. Probably one of the cheapest 5G phone available in the market today kung ma-steal mo at 6,000 pesos. And by the way, ginamit ko rin siya pang tether, okay na okay din siya, tumatagal. Now, with a device this budget-friendly, may 5G ka pa, and it looks pretty much like a mid-range na phone, it's not really hard to recommend tong phone na ito, except that pag sinagad-sagad mo, maraming kang binuksan na apps along the way pag gumagamit ka, mafe-feel mo talaga parang nasasakal siya. And pag-browse mo, medyo nahihirapan siya. And of course, pagdating sa gaming, don't expect too much from this device. Kailangan mo talaga i-lower down graphical settings mo just for this one. Si Redmi 15 is definitely a good device to have. Perfect pang backup. Perfectly siya pang main daily driver if your budget is within 6,000 to 7,000 pesos. So guys, if you feel na okay itong video natin, please feel free to share sa mga friends niyo. Of course, in-encourage ko kayo mag-like, subscribe dito sa aking channel so you don't miss out any review just like this one here sa Gadget Sidekick. And if you're interested to buy this device, nandyan lang sa link on the description box below or nandyan lang sa YouTube shopping link na pinupost natin. So hanggang dito na lang muna ako and I'll see you when you see me. Peace out. And so, ako para si Richmond and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. What's up? Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.